Welcome to the Signs webinar. Oh my God, I see so many of you guys tuning in. Hold on, I gotta change my screen over here. I see some of you guys tuning in. I am so excited that you're here. And what I want you to know is that with you are your loved ones in spirit. And you know what's so beautiful is that if you found your way here, if you found your way over to my page, if you found your way over to me, if you found yourself somehow, maybe you stumbled upon my video, maybe it is that you stumbled upon a blog post, maybe it was someone recommended you to me. That is a sign. You know, what's really cool about the other side, hold on, let me just make sure that I changed my settings here. Perfect. This way I can see you guys. Oh my God, I see the chat lighting up. I see Jean is here. I see Sandra is here. I see that Vanessa is here. Priscilla is here. I see Caitlin is here. I want to talk to you all about signs. You know, here's one of the things that I've learned as a medium. Nothing happens by accident. Everything that happens within your life, every synchronicity, every setback, every little thing that makes you wonder, why did this happen, is a sign. And here's the reason why I called you here tonight. This is the reason why I sent you this link. It's the reason why you're here and you're live with me. Because I've been getting this question over and over and again. People have been coming to me saying, Matt, I need to know who is sending me the sign. I keep seeing 1111. I keep seeing 333. I keep seeing 444. I keep seeing things that keep happening. And I know it's a sign, but I don't know who's sending it to me. How many of you have felt this? How many of you have been getting those signs? Maybe it is that you keep seeing the same numbers. Maybe it is that you just get a feeling like someone in spirit is there and watching over you. Maybe it is that the same thing keeps happening again and again and again. Well, what I want you to know is that you're not crazy. And what I want you to know is that it's not wishful thinking. In fact, that's how you know that a sign is real. A sign is real when it keeps happening again and again and again. When it keeps coming up in your life so many times that you can't just pass it off as a coincidence. So I want to tell you, if you've been wondering who's been sending you those signs, if you've been wondering who is it that is sending those to me, I want to let you know that there are actually 3 different groups of people. And before we begin, I also have here one of the people who have been with me for a long time, Alex, who is here, who runs my school. Alex, could you do me a favor and turn on the reactions? I want to see the hearts. I want to see the likes. I want to see all the things that you guys are resonating with. So in just a second, we're going to turn that on. So this way you guys can send some emojis, which is really cool. And here's what I want you to know, okay? What I want you to know is that before you were born, you were given a spirit team. Before you were born, you have certain souls that were tasked with watching over you. You have your guardian angel, you have your spirit guide, and guess what? You even have loved ones that you've met before this life. So for example, there's many times when I'll do a reading, and the soul that might be guiding you, the soul that might be with you, might be a soul that you've never met before. And you might be like, Matt, what the heck are you talking about? Well, listen, it could have been a grandmother that passed before you were born, a grandfather that passed before you were born. It could have been a sibling that passed before you were born. Because here's the thing, and this is the craziest thing to think about, right? Think about this for just a second. We exist before we exist. Before we even go and enter this lifetime, we exist. Think about that. Our soul is created in heaven, right? We meet certain souls, we meet members of our team, then we're born here on earth. Now, you might be like, Matt, well, what does this mean about signs? Well, listen, what's really cool is that when you start your journey here on earth, the people that you meet before your journey, your guardian angel, your spirit guide, and some of those loved ones who had passed before you were born, guide you through life. They guide you through signs. Now, listen, here's where things get messed up. A lot of people, most people, think that the signs occur after a loved one passes away. Fair enough, right? Because after we lose someone that we love, we're thinking about them, we're missing them, we're wondering what they're doing, we wonder if they made it to the other side, if they're safe and at peace. Well, here's what I want you to know. That's the time when we start to look for signs. That's the time when we start to wonder, are they okay? Right? We start looking for signs, and then we start noticing signs. That's when we start noticing the repeating numbers. That's when we start noticing some of these things that happen. But here's one of the things that I want to tell you that is going to absolutely blow your mind. The signs have been there before your loved one has even passed away. Why? Because they're coming from 3 groups of people. You have angels, more importantly, your guardian angel that is sending you signs. You have your spirit guide that is sending you signs. And then you also have your loved ones in heaven that are sending you signs. And with those loved ones in heaven are actually your pets that are sending you signs. And yes, pets can send you signs as well. So, first of all, Lisa's asking, who's watching over me? Well, that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. We're going to be talking about who's watching over you, where the signs are coming from, why you're getting those signs, and what those signs mean. So first of all, let's talk about it. Let's talk about these three different groups of people. First, you have your guardian angel. Your guardian angel is not someone that you know. Your guardian angel is not your grandmother. It's not your mom. It's not your dad. Your guardian angel is a special being, a being that never lived a human life, a being that spent their entire time, their entire existence on the other side. And your guardian angel has spent that entire existence, that entire time waiting to watch over you. Your guardian angel is assigned to you by God, and your guardian angel is there to do multiple things. Your guardian angel is tasked with helping you find your talents, skills, and abilities. Your guardian angel is tasked with divine protection, protecting you here within this life. And your guardian angel is also there on the other side to keep you protected against evil energy and negative beings. That's your angels. Now let's talk about your spirit guide. Your spirit guide is very interesting. Your spirit guide is someone who did live a human life here in this world, but your spirit guide is not someone that you know. Your spirit guide is someone like you and me who came here on earth, learned a lesson, went through the whole journey of life, and then signed up to be a spirit guide. You know, you may hear me talk about this as a psychic medium, that we can actually choose jobs in heaven. We can choose certain jobs, certain things to do in heaven. Well, one of which is becoming a spirit guide. You know, that's one of the things that I've always said. It's like when I pass on, I want to be a spirit guide. I think it's the coolest thing. Now, your spirit guide also works with your guardian angel, but your spirit guide is different. Your spirit guide has signed up to be your coach. Your spirit guide is there to help push you through the trenches. Your spirit guide is to help you get to the life lessons. Your spirit guide is going to introduce you to the people in life that are going to challenge you. They're going to push your buttons. They're going to drag you through the mud. Your spirit guide is going to help you to the pathway to find your soulmate. Your spirit guide is going to push you to the people that can make opportunities happen for you. And your spirit guide is going to line those opportunities up in front of you. Then you have your loved ones on the other side, right? Now, most of the time, your loved ones on the other side, or I should say, your loved ones in spirit, right, join your journey within this life after they've passed on and after you've already spent time with them here on earth. Now, sometimes you might have a grandmother that passed before you were born or a grandfather that passed before you were born that you just feel connected to. But most of the time, the signs that we get and the souls that we feel the strongest are the souls that we had connections here within life and souls that we meet in the afterlife. But before we meet them, we start off on feeling them here in life and feeling their guidance. So for example, you might have had a mom that had passed away. And after your mom passes away, you go and you sense and feel her on the other side, right? You might have a father that passed away, you know, late in his 80s. And then after he passed away, you start to feel and sense him. It might be a best friend. It might be a cousin. These are the groups of people that are there and watching over you. And if you have a moment, Alex, see if you can figure out how we can get those emojis up so I can see those emojis as all of you guys are setting them. We're going to try to see if we can get that feature turned on, those little reactions. I want you to know this. I want you to know that these three groups of people work together. And what I mean by that is that your guardian angel and your spirit guide were with you since birth. But then as your mom passes on, your dad passes on, certain family members pass on, your son or your daughter passes on, they join your spiritual team in heaven watching over you. And guess what? Part of their journey is actually picking out signs. And oh my God, I see all the emojis coming in. I see all the hearts. I see all of the likes now. Beautiful. Thank you for getting that turned on. I see all of you guys. Now, let me know this. Have you ever had one of those moments happen when you, without a doubt, felt a sign and you didn't know who sent it to you? Well, I want to share with you this. I want to share with you how a sign comes to be. And I also want to share with you something else. I want to share with you the process of what your loved ones go through. Because when your loved ones go to the other side, they have to choose signs to reach you. They have to choose signs to communicate with you. And they also have to choose signs to let you know that they're there. Now, before we get into the signs, right, I want to share with you some things that happen that Oftentimes I see as a medium I know right away when I see these things, it's your loved ones in spirit at work. For example, let me know in the comments if this has happened to you. How many of you have lost a loved one, lost a son, daughter, father, sister, aunt, right? And maybe right after you lost them, something freaking incredible happened. Something amazing happened. Maybe it was that the moment that your mom passed away, you found out that you were pregnant. And you're like, oh my God, I can't believe this. If my mom just lived 6 more months, she would have heard this amazing news. I tried so hard to get pregnant. I had so many, missed pregnancies, and now all of a sudden this baby's coming. How many of you have had the other example happen where maybe it was that you were trying so hard in business, trying so hard to get things rolling. You couldn't work it out. Your dad passes away. And about a year later, everything lines up and you're able to open that business. And you're like, I wish I could have made my dad proud. I wish he could have saw this. How many of you had one of those moments, right? I see Laura is saying me. I see Brendan is saying yes. But what I want you to know is, what if your loved ones actually set you up for success on the other side? I'm going to share with you, I was just in Texas. I just got back last night. Actually, I just got back this morning. Got back at 4 a.m, believe it or not. So if I'm a little jet lagged, if I'm a little bit tired, if I'm a little bit kooky, that's the reason why. I literally slept in today until 3 o'clock, you guys, because I wanted to be high energy for the webinar tonight. But I want to share with you some of the things that I've seen happen as a medium. It actually just happened at my show in Texas. There was this woman who came, and unfortunately, she, had gotten pregnant. She was so excited. She literally was carrying this child, and all of a sudden she started getting sick. And she got sicker and sicker and sicker. And then unfortunately had lost this child. It was a late-term pregnancy. It was very traumatic. She had to give birth to this child, right? And unfortunately, she had gone through the trauma of losing that child, having to give birth to that child. It was the first pregnancy that she had, and she questioned, am I meant to be a mom? Well, shortly after that happened, something even more terrible happened. She lost her grandmother. Well, her grandmother left this world, watching her so upset, so anxious, so sad, watching the trauma that she went through after losing that child. And her grandmother went to work on the other side. Her grandmother went to work on the other side, helping her to get pregnant again. Now, what was crazy is that the moment that she came to my show in Texas just a few nights ago, the moment that I read her grandmother came through, and her grandmother had showed me, her life, and had shown me that she was just going through this anxiety and this pain of losing this child. And she wanted her to know that the moment she got to heaven, she saw this child, and she had to come through to let her know that that baby that she lost was on the other side with her, and that baby was okay. And then her grandmother said, you're meant to be a mom. And I've been helping you get pregnant from the other side. I've been helping you get pregnant successfully. Well, the woman started crying. And she said, Matt, I'm pregnant right now. Nobody knows it. It's a secret. She goes, I'm pregnant right now. Well, her grandmother came through and said, everything's going to be fine. Everything's going to be okay. But I was the one that helped you. And she goes, it was a surprise baby. She didn't think she could get pregnant at that moment. She wasn't planning on getting pregnant. But her grandmother helped her because her grandmother knew that she was meant to be a mom. Her grandmother had saw all of this pain and suffering she had went through after losing that child. And her grandmother came back to secretly help her. Well, this is the reason why your loved ones send you signs, because they're helping you. And it's not just your loved ones. It's your angels. It's your spirit guides. It's your loved ones in spirit and your pets that are there, that are all together as a team, helping you and guiding you. So we talked about what the roles are, right? Your guardian angel, think of them like your guidance counselor in heaven. Your spirit guide, think of them as your cosmic coach. Your loved ones, think of them as your cheerleaders in heaven, going through the biggest moments with you, the biggest triumphs, the biggest victories with you, and cheering you on. Now, let's talk about the signs. Now, your guardian angel, and I want you to know this, I want you to know who's sending the signs to you. Your guardian angels send you signs when you're going through hard moments, when you're going through challenging times, when you feel like you've lost your way. Write that down, right? When you're going through challenging times, when you feel stuck, when you feel like you've lost your way, that's when your guardian angel is sending you signs. Now, I also want you to write down how they're sending you signs. Guardian angels send you signs by speaking to you through creativity. Let me give you an example. Have you ever felt lost? Have you ever felt stuck? Right? But all of a sudden, there's this nagging thought within you. It comes out as a thought. Maybe you hear that you're meant to write a book, right? And you keep hearing, I'm supposed to write a book. I'm supposed to write a book. I'm supposed to write a book. And then all of a sudden, signs start to follow. Maybe it is that all of a sudden you're walking down, an outdoor shopping center, you're passing a bookstore and it says book writing class. And you're like, that's crazy. I was just thinking about writing a book, right? That's your guardian angel pushing you towards that dream or that goal. Your guardian angel also speaks to you when there's something within your heart that you want, but maybe you're afraid to pursue it. Maybe it is that you went through these horrible, horrible relationships and you want love again. You want to meet your soulmate, but you're afraid. You're afraid of getting hurt again. You're afraid about your heart being trampled on. You're afraid of all of these things. Well, it might be that all of a sudden you start seeing different things come up, different signs come up. Maybe it is that all of your friends around you start to enter beautiful, loving relationships. And it makes you question, it makes you wonder, maybe it's time for me to do this again. Guardian angels also come to you with these thoughts, with these random thoughts that come in out of nowhere, where you could just be like, I just feel like maybe I should try dating again. Maybe this time it's going to be different. Maybe this time I'm meant to find my soulmate. Maybe I'm ready, right? When you get those little thoughts, those little downloads, I'm meant to write a book, right? I should write a book. I should open my heart back up to love again. I don't want to be alone. I do want to be a family. I do want to have a mom. That's your guardian angel pushing you. Your guardian angel is that tiny little voice that speaks to you. It's that little voice that we sometimes almost ignore, right? It's almost like that voice that's like, it's too good to be true. And that's many times how your guardian angel speaks to you, right? Those little moments that are like too good to be true. You hear something and it makes you so excited. You hear that thought in your head about having another child. You hear that thought in your head about writing a book. You hear that thought about opening up a cupcake stand, whatever it may be. And you think about it, it makes you feel so good. And then what do? We shut it down, right? And our ego shuts it down and we're like, that'd be nice, but we're too old. That'd be too nice, but I already went through the relationship thing. And, I don't want to put my heart back out there. Well, listen, that little voice within you is your guardian angel. Now, from your guardian angel, so here's how it works. They all work together. I love this. I love talking about this, by the way. So your guardian angel plants the seed, right? So your guardian angel is planting the seed in your head and saying, this is what can happen. Now comes your spirit guide. Your spirit guide is leading you through the struggles and the challenges. Your spirit guide is leading you through the challenges. Now, here's what happens. Your spirit guide, think of them like your cosmic coach. And with any good coach, your spirit guide is going to push you and push you and push you. I want you to know that your spirit guide is pushing you because they know how successful you can be. They know that you can accomplish and you can move past so many different things within life. And your spirit guide is there because your spirit guide is going to go and lead you through the trenches and then lead you to success. And I see that so many of you are talking about this right now. Talking about you've been dealing with trauma. Mary says this has been so uplifting to her, right? Just hearing these things. Well, I want you to know because you have this team that's here. And then I'm going to bring you on. And I'm going to bring you guys on live because I want to talk to you guys. I want to hear about your signs. And we're going to dissect some of the signs. But before we do that, right? Let's just talk about these groups. So we have your spirit guide that's there that's sending you these signs. And your spirit guide is there. The way your spirit guide is sending you signs is when we're about to go down the wrong path, go down the wrong door, open up the wrong thing. Your spirit guide is the one who's closing the door within your face, right? When you get the door closed in your face and doors keep closing and you're like, why? It's your spirit guide's way of saying, not now. Your spirit guide's way of redirecting you. Now, what I want you to know is that your spirit guide plays a little bit of a different game. Your spirit guide plays a game where they're challenging you. Remember, they're your coach. So it's almost like when we have a coach, right? And we're running on the track, and we're running on the fields, and it's one of those days where it's raining and the wind's hitting our face and we're cold and we're shivering and we can't take it anymore. And we feel like we're going to throw up and we beg the coach, no, I can't, I'm at my end. I can't do this anymore. And your coach says, I don't care. Put your head down, keep going. It's almost like, when you do those boot camps, how many of you remember the boot camps? How many of you know like the fitness training boot camps or the weight loss boot camps? I never joined. I was too afraid. Right? You know the ones that I'm talking about, right? The ones where you go in and they yell at you and they scream at you and they put you on the scale and they do all of these things, right? And you literally are afraid to go back to the next boot camp. You're afraid to go back to the next appointment because God forbid you gain a freaking pound, right? You know what's going to happen. They're going to yell at you, shame you, do all of these things, right? Like drill sergeants. Yes. Who just said that? Amy said that. Yes. How many of you know what I'm talking about, right? But sometimes that's what we need. Sometimes that's what we need, right? it's always those coaches that we go to that are so hard, that scare us a little bit, that push back on us, right? That literally make us feel like, oh no, I don't want to do this. Oh no, I can't do this. I can't do that. Oh no, I know what the repercussions are going to be. That we end up getting the most amazing results. I'm going to share with you a story really quick. I remember when I was in school, there was this school teacher that was the freaking worst, you guys. She was the freaking worst. He was horrible. He was terrible. And what was crazy is that I remember being in school, and I remember running to my guidance counselor the minute that I found out that I was in his class. And I said, I need to switch classes. I can't be in this teacher's class. Like, he was, oh, you guys, tough and hard and just very, 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 just tough. I mean, that's the only way I can describe it. And I remember the guidance counselor, think of the guidance counselor, remember, like your guardian angel. The guidance counselor said to me, listen, you're not the only one. I've already had over 20 kids like come to me and want to change out of this teacher's room. But this teacher is good. This teacher is going to get you prepared. This teacher is going to prepare you for life. And even though he's hard, even though he's tough, even though he's got a really tough demeanor, he cares about you. He loves you. He loves his students. He loves his job. And guess what? You are going to be more prepared than anybody else when you come out of that classroom. And he says, if I had a son, that's the teacher I would choose for him. So you might not like it, but suck it up and do it, and you'll thank me. And guess what? I sucked it up, went into his class, and guess what? I came out on top. I was so thankful that I did have him as a teacher, even though it busted my balls every day, right? So what I want you to know is that your spirit guide is preparing you because your spirit guide knows your potential. They're like that coach. Now you have your loved ones in spirit, okay? Now your loved ones in spirit are there like they're there with you in life. Your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, anyone that you lost within life is there to let you know, I love you, I'm with you, I'm by your side, keep going. And your loved ones in spirit send signs to you when you're going down the wrong road, right? Your loved ones in spirit also send signs to you when they're there and with you when you're missing them, when there's family holidays, birthdays, when you're in the middle of a big decision. Maybe it's a decision that you would have made with them. Maybe your husband passed away, right? And maybe the two of you were supposed to build a new house, or maybe the two of you were supposed to go on a certain vacation. After he died, you're like questioning, am I still meant to do this? And then all of a sudden the signs start to appear. I'll tell you that the signs from spirit are everywhere. You have your angels sending signs, spirit guides sending signs, and then your loved ones on the other side sending signs. Now, I want to share this with you because when your loved one sends signs, it's always around a holiday, birthday, celebration, when you're missing them, when something big is happening, to show you that they're there. I want to share with you a sign. Let me take a sip of my Diet Coke here because this is the one bad thing that I do. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't do the silly smoke, but the Diet Coke is my weakness. All right. So let's talk about this. I want to share with you a sign that happened in my family. This sign, like, still to this day, blows my freaking mind, you guys. And I know, I felt like I had to share this sign with you because I feel as though that this is one that you're really going to resonate. And I want to really share with you an out-of-the-box sign to show you how spirit communicates, because we all know about dragonflies and butterflies and all of those things, and we're going to get into that. But I want to share with you a unique sign, a sign that my mom received. I remember when I was just a little boy, my mom and my grandmother had such an incredible bond. They were just, together all the time. My grandmother was my mom's superhero. They lived with one another. And then after my mom moved out, they only lived a few houses down from one another. They were with each other every single moment. Well, when my grandmother had died, it was the hardest loss that my mom had ever gone through. And my mom adored my grandfather. She adored my dad. Excuse me, my grandfather, her dad. But after my grandmother had passed on and my grandfather started dating again, it was really hard for my mom. My mom, as much as she wanted my grandfather to be happy, as much as she wanted my grandfather to be in a good relationship, she just couldn't accept the person that my grandfather chose. And my mom had a really hard time in the beginning. My mom had a really hard time when we were getting invited to spend time at his girlfriend's house for family holidays. My mom was having a really hard time when Christmas came around, right? And instead of us all being with my grandmother, my grandmother's family, we now were going over to my grandfather's girlfriend's house. Well, I remember my mom feeling so guilty, feeling so sad. She still felt this loyalty to my grandmother. And I remember my mom literally, okay, you're going to laugh at this. I'm going to share with you this family secrets, okay? I remember being a little boy and I was all excited, right? I was like, when are we going? When are we going? Because I loved to party. I was a little kid, right? I couldn't wait to go. I was all dressed up. There was going to be other kids there. And my mom, I remember her feeling so depressed. I remember my mom saying, I gotta have a glass of wine before I go. I probably should have left that out of the story, but I don't filter. I remember my mom saying, we'll go in a minute. I have to have a glass of wine. And I remember my mom sitting on the couch and having a glass of wine, right? And then after she had the glass of wine, she's like, okay. She sucked it up and she's like, let's go. And she told me to go into the Christmas tree and to grab one of the bags that was for my grandfather's girlfriend. She had a gift bag all set up for her for Christmas. So I went under the tree and the bag was taped and I grabbed it and said, okay, mom, let's go. So I gave her the bag and we went to my grandfather's girlfriend's house. And my mom was so upset when she was there. She was just feeling so bad. Like, I shouldn't be here. I should be spending time with my mom, right? I wish my mom was alive. I wish my mom was here. My mom would be so upset that, I'm here. And my mom was just feeling all this guilt, all this pain. Well, it came to the time when everybody was opening gifts. And my mom went and gave my grandfather's girlfriend the gift that we had for her. It was in this big Christmas bag. And then she opened up the gift and she was like, oh my God, thank you so much. It was a sweater or I can't remember, some type of outfit that my mom had gotten her. But I remember her reaching into the bag. She goes, oh, wait, there's something else that's there. My mother goes, oh no, there's nothing else there. She goes, no, there's something else. And she reached to the bottom of the bag and she pulled it out. And it was my grandmother's Christmas ornament. One of the Christmas ornaments that my grandmother had made many years ago. And my mom looked and my mom goes, how did that get in there? And she's like, oh, she goes, I thought you meant to give this to me. And my mother goes, I don't know how it got in there. My mother made that years ago. And she said, oh, do you mind if I have it? And my mother said, no, that's okay. And she went and she got the ornament and she said, this is a beautiful ornament. And she put it on the Christmas tree. And there was my grandmother's ornament on her Christmas tree. And immediately my mom knew it was a sign. Somehow my grandmother's ornament that she made got into that bag. She pulled it out and she asked if she could keep it and she put it right on the Christmas tree. And there was my grandmother's ornament on that Christmas tree, which literally was a sign that says, I'm here and I'm with you. I'm celebrating with you. I'm still at the holidays with you. Did you get the chills? So I'm telling you the story. Oh, sorry, I shaved my arms. But I'm getting the chills right now, right? If I had hair on my arms, it'd be standing up. And I got to tell you that at that moment, oh, I get the chills go down me. It's just amazing how spirit works. At that moment, my mom immediately felt it was okay. She never got that feeling anymore. So this is one of the out-of-box feelings, right, on how your loved ones reach you. And Jennifer said, that's so amazing. Rhonda got the chills. I see Cheryl says, that's awesome, right? I also see Melanie saying, I love this. Well, this is what I want you to know. This is one of the signs that your loved ones send. So I want to talk about how your loved ones send signs. So here's how your loved ones send signs, okay? During the process, when your loved ones pass on, they leave their physical body here. Their soul transitions to the other side. And before their soul transitions, as their soul's transitioning, they realize one thing. They realize that they can reach you, connect with you, and speak to you. And when your loved ones get to the other side, guess what? They meet their own loved ones. Your mom met her mom that passed, her dad that had passed, her grandmother that had passed. And guess what happens when you get to the other side? When you get to the other side, your loved ones tell you, I was there. They'll be like, Rhonda, I was there. Sherry, I was there. Julie, I was there. And you're like, what do you mean you were there? Hey, remember when this happened within your life? I was there. I was the one who helped you get pregnant. I was the one that helped you do this. I was the one that helped you do that. Well, how did you do that? Well, I sent you this sign. When your loved ones get to the other side, they see the way that other souls have sent signs to them. And now they want to pick how they're going to send signs to you. So guess what? Part of the transition process to the other side is your loved ones picking specific signs for you and your family. Your mom might have been somebody who loved to cook here in this world, and maybe her best memories was you and her cooking. So she might use a sign of a certain recipe to show you that she's there, or a certain smell, maybe of angel fruit cake. Maybe it's that you smell her Sunday sauce. Maybe it's you smell her perfume to let you know that she's there and that she's with you. She might choose your sister and choose a totally different sign. Maybe her and your sister were the opposite, right? Maybe your sister didn't like to cook. Your sister liked to garden. So she chooses the sign of gardenias to reach your sister. Let's say that your dad passed away and your dad was a fisherman, right? Well, he's going to go and choose a sign that's connected to him, and also connected to you. If you and your dad used to go to Lake Winnipesaukee every year, maybe he's using that sign to reach you. Maybe it is that no matter where you go, you keep seeing signs about Lake Winnipesaukee. Maybe it's brought up in conversations. Maybe you see it on a bumper sticker. Maybe it is that you see it on a magnet. Maybe it is after your dad's passing. Somebody says, I felt like I need to give this to you. And they go to Lake Winnipesaukee and they bring you back a magnet, right? That's your dad at work. Maybe it is that you lost your son or your daughter and they start to use signs through music. Maybe there's a certain song that you and your son always used to listen to, and they use that song to reach you and connect with you. These are all signs that your loved ones are using to reach you. Now, here's what I want you to know. They choose these signs when they get to the other side, when they get to heaven. And if you really want to think about what sign my loved one is using to reach me, I want you to think about who your loved one was, what their personality is like, what they used to like to do here in this world, the things that brought them joy. And I also want you to know this. When your loved ones get to the other side, when your loved ones get to the afterlife, they will pick a sign based on your personality, their personality, and the ways that they are hoping that you'll pay attention to here in this world. So put yourself in your loved one's shoes for a minute. Think about a person that you love that you really want to hear a sign from. Think about their personality. Think about the things that they loved here in this world, because that's going to give you the biggest clue on how they come in. If your dad was a bird watcher, chances are he's going to be using birds to reach you. If your dad loved cars, he's going to be using cars to reach you. Sometimes you're going to find it in the job that they did, right? If your dad was a fisherman here in this world, spent all of his time on the water, he'll use that sign to be able to reach you, right? The signs are disguised in their personality, in their DNA, and who made them them. Now, here's the reason why I want to share this with you tonight, when I want to talk to you, is that psychically, you're receiving signs from these groups of people. You're receiving signs from your guardian angels when times are tough, when you're feeling lost, stuck, and afraid. You're receiving signs from your spirit guide that's guiding you to your soulmate, that's guiding you on the path, that's on the path to business success, that's on the path to you being an entrepreneur. So you being able to bring that talent, skill, and ability to life. And your spirit guide is putting people in your life, people that are going to be your mentors, people that are going to be your teachers, people that are going to lead you through the toughest challenges. So you have your angels that are inspiring you, that are saying, this is your talent, this is your gift, this is your ability. What if you could have this? What if you could do this? What if this could be your life? You have your spirit guides that are there, that are guiding you and showing you, this is a person that can make it happen for you. This is a road that you can go down. Don't look down this road. Look down this road. They're throwing red flags when things are going wrong. They're shutting doors when you're opening doors at not the right time, right? And your spirit guide is redirecting you, just like a GPS. And then you have your loved ones that are on the other side. Your loved ones that are on the other side that are there, that are telling you, it's okay. You're going to be fine. I'm with you. Go towards this. This is what you've always wanted. It's okay. I got it. I'm there for you. I see your son. I see your daughter. I see that child. I see all of these things. Now, why am I bringing this up? These groups of people, these three groups of people, when you get to know them, they're speaking to you through your psychic ability. There's one thing I left out. When your loved ones get to the other side, when your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, whoever it is gets to the other side, they get to see how you're psychic. They get to see how you receive signs. Are you someone that's a feeler, where you feel these signs? You feel the presence of a woman that had passed away. You feel the presence of a young boy who had passed away, right? You feel like something is a good opportunity or a bad opportunity. Is it that you're a knower? You just know. You just have a moment just here and now where you know your dad is with you. You know your mom is with you. You know your son or daughter is with you. Are you someone who's clairvoyant, where you see things? Maybe you see orbs. Maybe you see figures. Maybe you saw or thought you saw your mom out of the corner of your eye, or a shadow or a silhouette of someone. Maybe it is that you're a psychic dreamer, right? And that's a part of clairvoyance, is that you see dreams where souls come to you. You see dreams of things before they happen. Maybe it is that you're clairaudient. You hear things. You could swear you hear your name being called. You clearly hear somebody saying, don't go. You hear someone saying, move forward. You hear someone saying, now's the time. Sound familiar? Well, guess what? You are psychic. You have an ability, and that ability is speaking to you in one of these ways. One of these channels is how you're receiving your information. And let me just say, one of them is your strongest channel. Okay. Recently, I put out a psychic quiz. Did you guys get the psychic quiz? Let me know in the comments. And the psychic quiz that I did was I put together 18 questions, and I asked you questions all about how it is. And some of you are saying you got the quiz. Some of you are saying no. If you didn't get the quiz, if you go to the homepage on my website, you can go and take the quiz. You know what? I'm actually going to see, Alex, is there a way that you can go into the resources and post the link to the quiz and the resources right now? If you go to resources and just post the quiz link, well, I'm going to see if I can give them that link right now because you can take it while we're talking. What I want you to know is this, is that you have one of these channels. One of these channels is your strongest, okay? So for example, maybe it is that you're clairvoyant. That's your primary channel. Your secondary channel might be that you're clairsentient, okay? Your third channel might be that you are claircognizant. You're just a knower, right? So we all tap into the other side using this DNA. And this DNA is picking up on those signals from your angels, your loved ones, and your spirit guides. It's not just your loved ones speaking to you. Here's a secret that most psychics won't tell you. When psychics and mediums are giving a reading, that information isn't coming from them, it's coming through them. And it's coming from your people, not just your loved ones. It's coming from your angels, your loved ones, and your spirit guides. So when I connect with you, when I say, oh, your mom is here and your mom is okay, and your mom is showing me that she's okay in heaven, I'm connecting with your mom. But then when I'm saying, oh, I see that you're going to have 3 kids, I'm probably speaking to your angels that are showing me that you're having 3 kids, right? If I see, oh, I see that there's going to be an opportunity with you where you're going to move and you're going to be buying a new house and the house is going to be in Florida and you and your husband will be so excited. It might be from your spirit guide. Your spirit guide, your angels, and your loved ones are all sending me this information all at once, all through all these different channels that I have to use and connect. Well, guess what? They're doing the same to you. They're sending those channels through your angels, your spirit guides, and your loved ones. Now, I need you to know this. I need you to know that when this comes up, and by the way, thank you so much. Do you guys see, if you didn't take the psychic quiz yet, do it now while we're talking about this. Alex just put up, there's a link under resources that says the invisible gift quiz. Click now. Do you guys see that? Do you see it under resources? Let me know in the comments if you're seeing that in the chat. Oh, thank you, Teresa. Let me know in the comments if you see that. Oh, good. Lauren sees it. Shauna sees it. It's if you click on resources, you see invisible gift quiz. If you click on it, that'll take you right into the quiz. Do it while we're talking. Because when you answer those questions, it's going to take you 5 minutes. When you answer those questions, you're going to figure out what channel is your own, what channel you can communicate with your angels, your spirit guides, and your loved ones. And that's the channel that you're able to recognize the souls through. Now, I also need you to know this, okay? These signals that are coming to you, these signals have been there with you your entire life. These signs have been with you your entire life. Because when it's not your angels sending signs, it's your spirit guide sending signs. If not your spirit guide sending signs, it's your loved ones sending signs. So how do you know? How do you know who's sending you the signs? Let's talk about it. Your angels are going to speak to you through creativity. When you get that feeling that makes you feel giddy, that makes you feel really excited, that makes you feel like everything is possible, when you feel as though, oh my God, I just know I'm meant to get my story out there. I know I'm meant to be an author. I know I'm meant to be a teacher. When you get that feeling within you that tells you you're ready for love again, when you get that feeling that's in you that you're saying, okay, you know what? I'm ready. I'm ready to share my voice. I'm ready to share my talents. Maybe it is that you discover a talent through a thought, through a feeling. Maybe it is that you meet somebody. Angels are great at this, where they'll put someone in your life, someone that's amazing, someone that's fantastic. And you're like, oh my God, I wish I had this life. I wish I had this family. I wish I had a man like this. I wish I had a woman like this. I wish I had a job like this. I wish this was my job. That person is meant to inspire you. Angels will do that. That's a sign. That's a sign from your angels. It's your angels speaking to you. Angels also use repeating numbers like 111, 222, 333, 444 to guide you and let you know that they're there. Angels always speak in numbers. Every time you get a number, 111, 222, 333, 444 are all signs from your angels. Now, let's talk about spirit guides. Spirit guide signs are the signs that you get that lead you and guide you. Your spirit guides will lead you to people that you might not think is a sign, but it is. For example, let's talk about a crappy relationship. We've all been in those crappy relationships before, right? And we're like, why the hell did I go through that shitty, terrible relationship before meeting my husband or my wife? Imagine why, and how many of you have met your husband or your wife or your partner and you're like, why couldn't I have skipped this? Why couldn't I have skipped this part of my life and just met you? Well, listen, the reason why is because the best things in life don't come easy, right? If you were to just meet your soulmate right away, you may have made a mistake. You may have gone, and I've seen this happen during readings, where you may have gone and met your soulmate right away. It may have been the first person you got introduced to. And then you're like, wow, this relationship is great. This person is amazing. But I don't know, I'm a little bored. There might be someone better out there, right? And then next thing you know, and I've seen this happen, you go and you part ways, or your soulmate parts ways, and you kind of leave each other. You realize that you were really meant for one another, and you end up back together with one another. How many times have I seen that happen? How many times have I seen it happen where you're in a really terrible relationship, a really shitty relationship, and you're like, oh, that was the worst. And you meet your soulmate and you're like, oh my God, where have you been? And you hang on to this person. You love one another. This is a relationship that comes together so quickly, so beautifully. And you're like, this is where I was always meant to be. It's your spirit guide's way of showing you. I led you through this journey to show you what you didn't want in life. So when you found that true love, when you found that person that you're really supposed to be with, you honored it and cherished it, right? Your spirit guide is teaching you your biggest life lessons. Your spirit guide is also putting the choices in front of you. Your spirit guide will go and put in front of you your soulmate. But as your soulmate is in front of you, you might have two other people. And it might be hard to make that decision. Well, your angel might be pushing you and saying, hey, that's your soulmate over there. But maybe you're like, you know what? I know that person is a really great person, but I want to try this person here, right? Maybe your soulmate, and this happens all the time in love readings, right? Where your spirit guide is saying soulmate, 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 and your spirit guide keeps putting you in front of your soulmate, but you're like, wait a minute, hot guy, hot guy, hot guy, or hot girl, hot girl, hot girl, and you're going the opposite way, right? What I want you to know is this, is that your spirit guide is putting the options in front of you. You are meant to decide. You have free will. Then you have your loved ones in spirit. Then you have your loved ones in spirit that are there, that are sending you those personal signs that are showing you that they're there. All of these together make up your team. Your loved ones in spirit are sending the numbers, right? Excuse me. Your angels sending the numbers. Your spirit guide is sending you the people, and your loved ones are sending you the experiences and the signs like dragonflies, butterflies, smells, personal experiences, personal feelings. And sometimes they come through in numbers as well, like seeing your birthday, seeing the day that your loved one died, things like that. Now, I want to share with you something that a lot of people get angry over when I share, okay? That a lot of mediums won't share and won't talk about, but we have to talk about it today. It's so important. Because if you haven't been seeing the signs, if you haven't been connecting with a loved one yet, it does not mean that they're not with you, does not mean that they're not by your side. But this is something I have to tell you. And there's so many times when I say this, so don't hang up on me. There's so many times when I say this and people get so mad, they literally leave the room, storm out. Sometimes it can take up to a year's time for your loved one to send you a message. Sometimes it can take up to a year's time for your loved one to come through with a sign, right? Now, people are always like, well, that's not true, Matt. My dad passed away and I heard from him right away, but now I don't hear from my mom. Sometimes, right? It depends on the soul. Every soul has a personality. Every soul goes through their transition process when they pick signs differently. There's been souls that pass away that have come through right after their passing. But the majority I've seen as a medium, the majority have taken about 4 months. Now, I see this happen all the time. If you go on my Facebook page and you go back through the comments, you're going to see that there's a lot of people that it takes sometimes 4 months, right? I call it the 4-month freak out. There's not a day that goes by that I'll go on Facebook and I'll see a message. Matt, it's been 4 months. 4 months of nothing. 4 months and I haven't received a sign. I haven't seen anything. I haven't connected with my loved ones. What's going on? Your loved one is there. Your loved one is getting acclimated into heaven. When your loved one first passes on, they have to learn how to communicate with you the same way that you have to learn how to communicate with them. You have to learn what signs your loved ones are sending you. You have to learn if that was a dragonfly, right? Or if that was actually a sign from your loved one. And you have to learn what the signs mean. And the way that you do this is by opening yourself up. Now, here's a little secret, okay? Is that once, as close as you get to that year period when your loved one had passed away, that's when the signs are going to be the strongest and the loudest. But you also have to open up too. You have to open up your senses to see these signs. You have to open up your clear cognizance, which is your ability to know, your clairvoyance, which is the ability to see the signs, clear sentience, which is the ability to hear your loved ones. Yes, your loved ones speak to you. And also your your clear knowing, right? Now, what I want you to know is this, is that when you open up your senses, when you start to open up these 6 senses, hearing, seeing, smelling, knowing, feeling, all of these senses, you start to receive these clear messages. Every soul communicates different. Your grandmother might communicate with you hearing her, right? It might be that your dad, you see signs in front of you. It might be with your grandfather, you feel his presence. Your angels might be the repeating numbers that you see. Your spirit guide might be those sudden feelings to change course or to change direction. What I want you to know is that that is all real. Those are all real signs. And guess what? Spirit has shared with me that we all have a phone line. We all have a phone line to call up our loved ones in heaven, speak to our loved ones in heaven, and receive messages from our loved ones in heaven. We have it. I have it. You have it. And I don't just have it because I'm a medium. You have it too. You are gifted. You can do this. You can do what I do in your own way. You just have to figure out your fingerprint, your blueprint. Your angels are already there. Your spirit guides are already there. Your loved ones are already there. The saddest thing is when I see a message, right? This happens in every reading that I do, where I will connect with somebody and they'll come in crying, saying, Matt, I haven't felt my son. I haven't felt my daughter. I haven't felt my husband. I haven't felt my mom. And I'll connect with the other side, and their husband will be right there. Their mom will be right there. Their loved one will be right there. But the thing is that they haven't felt them. They're like, well, why haven't I felt them? They haven't learned how to tune in, how to tap in, and how to open up their senses. So that being said, I want to share with you that the reason why I'm doing this, the reason why I called you here to this webinar is because I want to be like a teacher. I want to teach you to do what I do in your own special way. I want to teach you how to tune in, open up, connect with the other side, and receive messages. Because if you have anxiety, if you're super empathic, if you're somebody that's like, I just am so afraid of the future. I don't know what to do. I just wish I could hear from my mom, my dad, my sister, my loved one. I wish I could know what the right opportunity was. I wish I could receive guidance. What I want you to know is that you can. And I got to tell you, I wouldn't be where I am today. I wouldn't be the happy person that I am today. Like people say to me, Matt, how are you happy all the time? How are you happy all the time? How is it that you're always laughing? Listen, sometimes I'm stressed out with the kids. Sometimes I'm tired. Sometimes I'm cranky. But for the most part, 99% of the time, I'm happy. And it's because I sense my loved ones. I feel my loved ones. I get signs from them. And also, when I'm in a predicament, when something's going wrong within life, when I can't figure something out, when I'm really at the lowest of the low, the angels help me. My loved ones help me. Let me share with you an example from my life on how. And then I want to get into your life, and I want to start bringing you guys up. I'll tell you when. There was a time when Royce was first born. Oh my God, you guys. I was literally at the lowest of the low. I wanted to be a dad so much. I was so excited when Royce was first born. The first couple of weeks were amazing. And then the insomnia hit. And then all of a sudden, he was up every hour on the hour. I'm taking shifts with Alexa. Alexa's breastfeeding, right? I'm running the bottles to feed him. She's pumping. I'm feeding him with the bottle. We're up all day. We're up all night. This one little baby came in and screwed us all up. Where next thing you know, I'm tired. Alexa's tired. We're falling asleep during the day. I couldn't even do, press interviews or anything. I was so exhausted. I'm like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? What are we doing wrong? Alexa and I started fighting. We're upset with one another because we're both freaking tired. We both don't know how to help one another, right? And I'm like, what do I do? Meanwhile, Alexa's got postpartum depression, right? She's a wreck. She's crying. I can't show her that I'm falling apart too. I remember driving one day without her. I just told her that I had to go to the store to go and get more, formula, right? She was breastfeeding, but we're also giving formula too. So I get in the car and I go and I go and I run to the store, and I just was on the verge of tears, you guys. I was literally like, I can't do this. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And I remember asking my angels and guides, please just send me a sign. Just show me something. Show me something. What am I doing wrong? I know I'm meant to be a dad. Why is this so hard? And I remember something came to me. All of a sudden, I was driving and I kept hearing, you need to get help. You've never done this before. It's okay. It's okay. You need to get help. You need to get help. Like, how do I get help? What does that mean, right? What does that mean? I'm asking my friends. I'm asking my family. What does this mean, get help? Well, I remember going on and I just did a quick Google search. And I just said, I heard of something called sleep training. And it popped up in my head, sleep training, sleep training, sleep training. You guys need sleep training. So I went and I looked up, I Googled sleep training. And this woman came up. She was about 20 minutes away from us. So first listing that came up, and I kept hearing, you need to give this person a call. You need to give this person a call. I just felt it. I called this person. It was my first call. And I was literally on the verge of tears calling her. And I said, I just started opening up. My wife's got postpartum depression and we're not sleeping. And I'm like, and I'm literally in tears, like as I'm talking to her. She said, don't worry. I know what to do. I know how to help you. You're amazing parents. I'm going to meet with you and your wife. We're going to do a quick introductory call. Let's just see where things go. Well, anyway, come to find out, I went home. I told my wife I have a solution. She was not happy about it, right? But she agreed to get on the call. We got on the call. Alexa said, I feel so comfortable with this person. I said, I know. So I know, I did too. Well, anyways, she showed us the schedule. She showed us what we were doing wrong, right? What to do right. And all of a sudden, we figured out that this one little thing, this one little change, which was we were doing something so stupid. We're keeping the baby up all day long, right? So that the baby would sleep through the night, and ended up screwing up the baby's whole system. She gave us this little schedule to follow, and it changed our life. We did these weekly check-in calls, and literally this person guided us to Roy sleeping through the night. Roy, we never had a problem after that. We're able to rebuild our whole relationship ourselves. And then next thing you know, we wanted more kids, and now we ended up with 3, and we've never had a problem. So what I want you to know is that angel, my angels, sent that person within my life, helped to guide me to what I needed to do, is spoke through my mind. Well, your angels, your guides, and your loved ones are doing the same thing for you. So before we get started, I want to share with you, you have this gift, right? This is how, it's not just because I'm psychic, right? People are like, oh, well, you're psychic, that's the reason why. We all have a psychic connection. We all have a psychic ability. We have a way to feel our loved ones, to sense our loved ones, to connect with our loved ones. We have a way to feel them. But you have to know that connection exists. You have to know that connection is there. And you have to know that connection is within you. So that being said, if you've been wanting to connect with your loved ones, speak to your loved ones, talk to your loved ones, I want to bring you up. I want to hear about some of the signs. I want to hear about some of the ways that you've been starting to receive information. But before I do, I want to share with you something that I've been putting together. You may have seen me put this up on Facebook, talk about this on Facebook Live. You may have seen some of the emails that I sent to you. Well, I kept hearing recently from my angels, Matt, you got to teach. You got to teach people that they have this gift, that they have this phone line that they're born with, that before we're born, remember how I talked about we started off in heaven with our angels and our guides and our loved ones? We've met the players within our life. What I want you to know is that you inside of you have a way, you have a phone line to call heaven, to talk to your loved ones, to speak to your loved ones. And I kept hearing, Matt, we've led you to a teacher, right? I remember there was a time when I didn't even know that I was a psychic or a medium, when I didn't know I could connect. And my angels and guides led me to somebody that shared with me and showed me that I had this ability all along. And the moment that I realized that it was there, the moment that I realized how I connected with the other side, how I could fine tune it, boom, everything opened. When I needed answers, they would appear. When I needed signs from my loved ones, they were there. When I needed guidance, the guidance would come. So that being said, I put together a course that I'm doing. It's called The Invisible Gift. I did it with my mom. And literally what this is I'm going to teach you. How many of you have felt your loved ones trying to reach out, but maybe you don't know how to connect with them, how to talk with them? How many of you feel like you have a gift? How many of you would like to know how you can connect with the other side? Well, the minute that you do, you're going to realize how to receive these signs. I see Shay is saying me, Misty's saying me, Kaylee saying me. I see that Elizabeth is saying yes. I want to share with you something I put together. This is a sneak peek. Me and my mom, who's also a psychic medium, but receives her information differently, we came in and we put together this course all about how to connect with the other side. It's called an invisible gift because you have this, a gift that's within you. Hold on, I'm going to give you a sneak peek. Take a look at this. Let me know what you think. Mom, this is so exciting. We have so many people here and with us that are just stepping into their journey of psychic ability, of learning about their intuition.
And the main thing too is that my mother always taught me was that you have to trust it. We all have intuition, but you can't second guess what your gut is telling you.
Now walk us through. We have a couple different divination tools. Just bring us through exactly what's here on the table.
Okay, so like I said, these are the original tarot cards. My mother made me these cards. Oh, look at Matthew. This is the card I picked, and we all know there's a baby there for you. See how it works? I mean, I didn't know what card I was picking up, but see how it works?
The card says baby. Yeah, I see that. What people really need to realize is that the gift comes from you. It comes from within you.
See how it's starting to move a little bit? See the chain? Look at the chain. See the energy in the chain?
And you're putting that right in the middle of the X, right?
Yes.
So you start off in the middle of the X.
Right.
You focus on a question.
Yes. And then it will start to move. See how it's moving?
You have to work at it. It's a muscle that grows stronger. If you put in the work and you start using it, the stronger it becomes.
Absolutely.
Now, the reason why I'm sharing this with you, right, and the reason why I wanted to do this is because I could very easily go and do a webinar like I'm doing right now, right, to talk about psychic ability and the signs, but I want you to do what I do. I want you to be able to learn. And what my guides were telling me, my angels, is that, Matt, the people that you read for, the people that we've sent to you already have this gift within them. You have to teach them how to pull it out. And you're not going to learn how to speak to your loved ones, connect with your loved ones, talk to your loved ones by going and just watching me, right? You have to also strengthen it. You have to use exercises, meditations, and tools. So I spent a year, literally a year, putting together a whole program. I am doing a medium mentorship where I am taking on a select group of students, okay, where I'm going to be leading you on a journey to uncovering your own ability. And what that means is I'm going to be going and sharing with you and teaching you how to tune in, how to tap in, and how to connect with your own psychic ability, how to see the signs from your angels, your spirit guides, your loved ones, how to know that they're with you, how to know that they're guiding you. And guess what? It's not something that can be done in just one phone call. I have coaching calls, workbooks, exercises, meditations, affirmations, right? And bonus lessons with me and my mom. I want to show you what this is like, because a lot of people, right? The people who just became students of mine, I just opened this up a couple weeks ago. I already have a good group of students that are there. We have a private Facebook group that I have my students in. We also have these email communications going back and forth. And there's been so many people wrote to me. One woman was 80 years old and she's like, this is crazy. She goes, at first she was like, I've never done something like this before. I've never taken a course. I've never done anything online. I've never done a workshop. And here I am in your course. And at first she was scared. She's like, am I going to be able to get in? Do I have to be technologically savvy? She's like, I barely know how to get on Facebook. Well, she started the course and she has been opening up to her own gift, her own ability. It's been amazing. I want to share with you exactly what it is. So in this course, Invisible Gift, there's a secret login into my website. When you become a student of mine, there's a secret login. All you do is when you become a student, I'm going to give you a secret way into my website. You literally just click login. I also send you a magic link and you log into the website. And once you're there, you're going to see at the top my courses. And when you click on the invisible gift, it's going to bring you into this course that I put together, and only you're going to have access to it. Take a look. So this is the course, and then I'm going to bring you guys up because I want to hear what you guys have had with signs, and I want to help you here on this call. But when you come into this, that's so weird. Why does that happen? At one of my events, her name was Jennifer. I asked the entire row to stand up, like I usually do. And before Where did Jennifer that come up? Even got to her feet, that's so weird. Her skepticism, her resistance to. She was mid-30s. I don't know how that happened. Hold on one second, you guys. Arms crossed tight, and the look on her face. Let me tell you, she was looking at me. Is that my website? That was so weird. So all of a sudden, that must have been a sign. That was one of the lessons. All right, let me show you this. So anyways, when you log into my website, okay, here's what's going to end up happening. What's going to end up happening is that you get a secret way in, right, which looks like this. You come in, you get access to the website, you click on login. Once you log in, you're going to go and have the courses that come up. The invisible gift will be there. And once you click it, you're going to get access to this secret dashboard that has everything, that has workbooks, audio library. You click start course if you want to get started, or when you scroll down, you're going to see everything. You're going to see video lessons. You're going to see workbooks. You're going to see audio meditations. You're also going to see a button where you can connect with me at any time, whether it's 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. You click that button, ask Matt a question. It comes right to me. You're also going to have affirmation cards, our live coaching calls. Everything is there on your student portal. You get access to this for life. All right. Now, when you get started, you go into course lessons. That's where you get started. And there's 6 lessons. So there's 6 lessons to help you discover your gift, plus 6 bonus lessons with me and my mom. So there's a total of 12. And when you click on course lessons, it's going to bring you into lesson number 1. So lesson number 1 is the invisible gift. You'll see that there's a total of 6 lessons. And you get these 6 lessons the minute that you log in. They're pre-recorded. You have them for life. Excuse me. You start by watching the lesson. So this is what they're like. There was a woman at one of my events. Her name was Jennifer. I asked the entire row to stand up, like I usually do. And before Jennifer even got to her feet, I could feel her skepticism, her resistance to being there. She was mid-30s, sharp business suit, arms crossed tight, and the look on her face, let me tell you, she was looking at me like she was about to audit my soul. But I could also see her father and grandmother in spirit sitting right behind her with messages waiting to be delivered. She looked at me straight in the eye and said, I don't really believe in this kind of stuff. So this is literally like a 20-minute lesson. Then there's a meditation. So after you watch the lesson, this is all about how she discovered she had a gift. She walked in skeptical and realized she had a gift. Then you go to the meditation. You listen to the meditation. And the meditation opens you up to that part of your brain that's like, it helps you. It's recorded in a frequency that helps you to open up. Find a comfortable position. And when you are ready, gently let your eyes close. This time is yours. There is nothing to do and nothing to prove. So there's a meditation that's there, and you're going to see all of the lesson 1 meditations. You get a meditation, you have an affirmation and an activation. So then you have affirmations that you listen to, activations that will help you to activate your psychic ability, and then you have a workbook. Now this is just one lesson. There's 6 of these. So for every lesson you get a workbook, a spirit activation, meditation, affirmation, cards, plus the video lesson. Then we have a live coaching calls with one another. So this is what the workbooks look like. You can go and you can download them, or you can keep them right on your iPod or laptop, or you can print them out. It's everything that's in the course. And then in it, you learn about the lesson, the key takeaways, what you've learned. And then in this workbook is where you're going to learn to start to put your psychic ability to the test, to really start to go into start drawing out, figuring out how the other side has been trying to reach you, how they've been trying to connect with you, how they've been trying to talk to you, because they were there all along. And I'm going to be with you on this journey. This is the part that you do on your own. It's self-guided. You can do this for a year. You can do this for a month. You have access for life. There's also affirmation cards that you can download, or you can come and get them digitally. When you click on them, every time you click on them, they'll get a different message that's revealed. This one says, I have everything that I need to begin right within me. Right? You can print these out and you can cut them out and you can do readings for yourself if you want, or you can go and just access them right online. Now, this can be done on your iPad, computer, tablet. You have access for life. And then there's coaching calls. For example, in just about a week from now, there's going to be a student orientation where we're going to get together on Zoom. I'm going to get to meet you guys. Then there is a coffee hour with me and my mom where we're going to be talking about psychic ability. And then there is, after that happens, there is going to be the live coaching calls. So what happens is that you come and join me on the live coaching calls. If you can't join the live coaching calls, every call is recorded. You can watch it at your own time. This is a course that you're meant to do at your own pace. Now, let's say that you're working during the live coaching call. Every single one of my students gets a form that's on there on the back end that comes right to me. And oh my God, I love this. Kathleen just became a student. I get a little text message every time you guys go and join me. Kathleen just became a student. Thank you, Kathleen, who's on here right now. Every time you become a student, right, I get a little text message. And then let's say it's 3 a.m. and you're wondering, Matt, this meditation isn't working, or Matt, I don't know what this sign means. You send it to me on the chat, on the student portal. It'll come right to me, right in these little text messages. And I have it on Do Not Disturb, so it doesn't matter when you do it, right? And then later on, I make it into the lesson. So when we go back to the coaching call, for some of you who can't be there live, I'll be able to answer your questions even if you're not there. Like, for example, Kathleen in California, Kathleen McPherson just became my next student, which I'm so excited. But I really want to lead you on this journey. And registration is closing on August 10th. So if this is something that you're interested in, I'm going to put the link up. I also want to bring you guys up live. I want to bring you guys up live to talk about signs, what you've been receiving, about your psychic ability, and also how you've been going and receiving information. So let me know. If you're interested in this course, let me know right now if you'd like to join. I put the link up on your screen. Do you guys see the link? The link is up there on your screen under resources. You'll see the invisible gift. Click now. Click that link, and that link will bring you right to the course. Now, what I want you to know is registration closes on August 10th. So August 10th is when it closes. We're going to start our student orientation. We're going to start the mediumship coffee hour. You're going to there's a private Facebook group. You don't have to be in it if you don't want to. But there's a private Facebook group with me and the students. If you want to share your experiences, if you want to bounce something off of someone in the group, it's all there. And like I said, this is so amazing because I get to meet you guys and literally lead you through this. So that being said, I see Doreen says I want to join. I see Miranda says I want to join. I put the link up. It should say join this course. You see it? Explore the course. It's under resources. Is that link working? Can someone tell me if that link's working? The link should be up there. It should say explore this course. I see it on my end. Okay. Jacqueline is saying it is. I see it saying it is. Yep, it's working. That's where you can go to join me. And the moment that you do, I will get a little, oh my God, I just got another, it's definitely working because I just see that, oh my God, Katie just became my next student, Katie Blankership from Kentucky. That's so cool. I love that. And I also see that Jolene Patterson just became a student as well. All right, I want to bring you guys up. I want to talk to you guys about psychic ability, the other side. If you want to come up and join me here on this live, raise your hands. I want to come on and talk to you guys about signs. Let me know if maybe there's a sign that you've been questioning. Maybe if there's a sign that you've been getting that you want to share. I want to hear your experiences. I want to deep dive in signs with you. And I want to show you how it's connected to your psychic ability and really what your loved ones have been wanting to tell you. Now, if you're a little bit nervous over this, maybe you haven't seen the signs. Maybe it is that you're questioning what a sign means. Raise your hand. Let's come on and talk about it. And if you want to become a student of the invisible gift, make sure that you click that link so you can join me as well. I'm really excited about this. Let's see. Oh, I see that we have you guys raising your hands. You see Suzilla raised her hand. I see that Jackie raised her hand. I see that Cheryl did as well. I see that Elizabeth did as well. So just click on the raise hand button. We're going to pull you guys up here. And listen, I want to keep this about signs. If there's a sign that maybe you've been questioning, if you have a question about how signs come to be, what certain signs mean, how your loved ones are sending you signs, I'm here to answer those questions for you. I'm really excited about that. And we're working on that right now. Just give it a second because we see all the link. Oh my God, I see everyone's hands coming up. Oh, I see Susan Dillon is here. Hold on, Susan. We're gonna put your microphone on. We're gonna put your microphone on here. And this is so cool because as I'm here with you guys, I also see that Raquel from New York just became a student. Thank you, Raquel. I'm really excited to meet you. And Mary Riviera from Leominster. I'm so excited. This is gonna be such a cool group. And by the way, registration closes on August 10th, you guys. I can only allow a limited amount of people into this class. So if you want to join, make sure you're registered because this is the only time that I've ever offered something like this. It's really exciting. All right, we're going to start with Susan Dillon. We're pulling you guys up on the screen. Hopefully you guys can see what I see. You should be able to see you guys as we start to pull everyone up. Did you see it? I see you waving to me, Michael. I see you. Beautiful. All right, Brittany, can you hear me?
Yes, hi Matt.
We're going to start with you because you're the one. For some reason, there's a little bit of a lag there. First of all, where are you right now?
Knoxville, Tennessee.
Oh, I'm so happy that you're here. Now, let me ask you this. Have you had any signs yet? Have you gotten any signs? What
I
part of
think
this?
I think
What,
I've been getting signs my whole life. I don't know. Like I get like signs in my head, like just messages out of nowhere randomly, and they just pop in and pop out, and then they come out to be true. Most
now, wait, let me ask
recently,
you. Do they
yes,
come
sir.
to you? Do they come to you as a voice? Do they come to you
Yes,
as a vision? Okay, so they come to you as a voice. And is it
yes.
a voice that tells you that you need to do something? Is it a creative voice? Is it a voice about warning? How is that coming to you?
Most of
How
the
has it
time,
been?
it's a voice about warning or something that will happen.
So I got to tell you, this is the number one way that you get messages from your angels. That tells me right away that you've been getting messages from your angels for two reasons. One, it's been happening your whole life. So the fact that from early on, you've been getting these messages and you're like, I don't know who's sending them. I'm just getting them, right?
Yeah.
It's because your angels have been with you from way before. Now, here's one of the things that I want you to know that most people get hung up on is that do you feel Like you get these messages that warn you, but you don't get any of the messages. Almost like you're like, why do I always get bad news? Why can't I get good signs?
I almost like prayed it away for a minute because I didn't
Okay.
want to know so much negative, like it's hard to keep knowing things that'll happen that aren't necessarily too positive. So,
I'm going to share with you the reason why that's happening, and we're going to fix that today. Because what I want you to know is that people, you're not the only one, when people haven't really developed their psychic ability yet, but when they have a little something, especially with clear audience, which is that they
mhm.
hear messages, people come to me and they're like, Matt, I had to shut it down. I had to shut down my psychic ability because I only get bad things. I only see when bad things are going to happen. I don't see the good things. Why is it that I only see bad messages? Why is it that the angels are only warning me about bad things? Well, they're not. The secret is that the angels, your guides, and your loved ones are sending you good messages, right? They're telling you when good things are going to happen, when to trust people, when to move forward, when to keep going. But they send you also messages when you're going down the wrong path or when something's going to happen to somebody, either because they're preparing you or because of the fact that you can change it. Now, here's the reason why you're not hearing the good side, because the messages are there. But think of it this way. Think of it like your cell phone, right? For example, I get alerts on my phone all day long, just like you. We get Facebook alerts, Instagram alerts, right? We get text messages, we get phone calls. Our phone is always going off, right? And a lot of times, if you're like me, you ignore some of the messages. There's some text messages that, get pushed to the side. There's some alerts from Instagram that you're like, I'll deal with it later. But if you get something on your phone, like, for example, every time that there's breaking news, or like, you ever get those Amber alerts when
Mhm.
someone's being abducted, or when there's those red alerts that come to your phone when there's a flood warning or a storm warning, and your phone goes and it breaks through the noise.
Yeah.
That's what your angels are doing. So you're getting messages all the time, but because of the fact that you haven't really tuned in yet, you're only hearing those messages when there's really news that is a warning. So
Right.
you're not seeing all the other messages. It's almost only when your angels are ringing the alarms and ringing the bells that you're like, oh my God, what's going on? And you're getting anxiety over it. So I want to
Bad anxiety. Like, mm, my son passed in December. He was 18. And right before I dropped him off at the building where he passed away, walking out of the door, something told me that something bad was going to happen and that someone would get shot there. And I just didn't know it would be my son. So it scares me now to get those type of things in my mind. And I do get good things too sometimes. It's just when the bad things come, it's really hard to take in, and just I know within myself that was trying to prepare me for what was going to happen.
I got to tell you that first, I'm so sorry that happened.
Thank you.
But I also know that you're here for a reason, because the reason why you're here tonight is because you shut down after that, having that experience, right? After hearing those warnings, it's like you shut down. And with shutting down, the hard part is that you've also shut down with hearing messages from your son. So
Yeah.
what I want you to know is that the fact that you have that connection to your angels, right? And the fact that it scared you and you retreated back a little bit, that also happened with me back when I was young, right? Souls would come to me. And I remember being a little boy in my bed and I would be pulling the covers over my head because I didn't want to hear them. I was scared, and they would come through so forcefully. But if there's one thing that I could tell you that I wish I could have went back and told myself when I was younger, is that if I just listened to the message, if I just opened myself up, then I could control it, right? Then they didn't have to scream, they didn't have to yell, they would always be there. And what I want you to know is that the reason why you're here tonight is because the fact that you have this connection with your angels, you now still have this connection to your son. And your son will try to reach you through that same voice as your angels. But you got to let him through. You got to let him through. And the way that you let him through is by talking to him, right? Talk to him in your head and wait for a response.
While I was listening to you, in my head, I was like, dude, have you been communicating with me the whole time? And instantly I got like a message in my head was like, yes, bruh. And
There you
like,
go.
I think I'm crazy, Matt. Like, I really think I'm just crazy. Like, I probably need medication or something. But like, he literally popped in my head. It was like, yes, bruh, I'm trying to talk to you like all
Let
the
me tell you,
time.
Brittany, if I went to the doctors, I'd be on so many medications that you wouldn't even know what the hell I was. If I told the doctors what I saw and I heard every day, I probably wouldn't be on. They'd lock me up somewhere and not let me out. I'm gonna tell you that.
It's just
You're not
nice to have confirmation.
you're not crazy, right? And the fact that you're the first person here, the first person that you bring up, I know your son put you here tonight. He put you here because he's like, Mom, I'm trying to speak to you. Don't shut me out. Don't show me out, shut me out. He's here, right? And you've had this ability all along. But there's also two parts of this, okay? One of the things that's also going to block your psychic ability, okay, in talking to your son, is that your son really wants you to forgive yourself. He wants you to forgive yourself for not being able to protect him, for not being able to stop this before it happened, right?
Yeah, I just
Because
recently started feeling that way too. That's crazy because I didn't feel that way at first, and I just recently started feeling that type of guilt. And I'm like, where did this come from? You know, like I haven't felt this way the whole time. So, yeah, thank you.
I got to tell you that this is his way of trying to get you to open up and speak to him and connect because he hasn't left you. And he's right there with you. And the fact that you're hearing those voices and you're hearing those things, it's your son's way of saying, like, I'm there, I'm there, I'm there. So listen, the best thing that you can do right now is trust him when you hear those messages. When you hear those little messages in your head, did you do the quiz yet, the psychic quiz?
Yes,
What did it come back as for your primary sense?
the audience.
There you go. So listen, I said that to you before I even knew your quiz
Yeah.
results, right? Clear audience. Your son is already speaking to you in that way. That's your first channel. Your first channel of hearing spirits, clear audience. Now, what's amazing is that the quiz is a starting point, right?
Mhm.
It's a starting point if that's where you're at right now is clear audience. But later on, your ability is going to change, meaning that it might start with clear audience. And then you start to receive dreams of your son. And then you start to see signs from your son. And then you start to go and feel your son. So know that just because it's coming through this one channel right now, it's going to expand later on. And the hardest thing that you're going to be going through, and the reason why I want you to really learn this is because it's going to start off as a little bit weird, right? Because you're used to being with your son and feeling him physically. And now you're feeling his energy, right? But what I want you to know is that when you learn how to sense him and how to feel him in the spirit world, all of these things are going to open up. All these different channels are going to open up. And it's not going to be that you're just going to be communicating with him in the afterlife, but you're also going to be helping to continue his mission as well. There's going to be certain things that he leads you on, certain projects that you're going to be doing with
He
him.
already is. I've been doing backpack drives for back to school for kids and everything, talking to them about gun safety. Like my spirit guys are already doing their magic.
So you got to let them in.
Yeah.
There you go. You got to let them in. This is your starting point. And I love this because I wish I could come through the screen and hug you. I know that where you're going to be 6 months from now versus now is that you're going to go back and you're going to be like telling people like, oh my God, my son is my guide and my son is here. And I hear this from my son. And I was told to meet you. And you're going to have people that come into your life that your son sends you. And you know you're going to be working with him from heaven. And what I got to tell you is that that's the most beautiful thing is when somebody passes tragically and someone is taken from this world, the best thing that we can do is to create their success story, right? To create a beautiful story in their honor and their memory. And you're already doing it. And your son is doing that with you.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Happy that you're here. And I hope that you start listening. Don't judge yourself anymore. Always remember this message, right? And
Yes.
start opening yourself up to your angels and your guides because they're leading you on this mission in your path. And remember once you realize this, you're not going to get the bad information anymore. You're going to get all the good information that comes with it.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Kayla, I know you've been quiet over there. I want to talk to you as well. Kayla Wilson. Now, has any of this connected with you? Have you gotten any signs? Have you had any feelings? Have you had any signs that maybe you haven't been able to decipher?
So I've been seeing triple numbers a lot, and it's coming out like on license plates, like every day, all day.
What numbers in particular? Like, what are the ones that stand out to you?
So 143 has been standing out to me because my dad used to say it to us, and he recently passed away. I see a lot of the 2s, the 3s, and the 4s.
Okay, so the number that's connected to your dad, that would absolutely be him. Now that shows me your dad just recently passed.
Yeah, in March.
So when you first get signs through numbers like you're getting right now, that's called a breakthrough sign. So a breakthrough sign is when your loved one is trying to figure out how to reach you from the other side, but they're trying to figure out what's the best way to connect with you. So when you get that number from your dad and you're like, oh my God, that's him, and you see it on the license plates, that's your dad's way of saying, hey, I'm here and I made it to the other side. And once you acknowledge that number, don't be nervous when the sign changes. It's going to go from a number to something else very soon. So it starts out as a number, right? And then next thing you know, it might be that all of a sudden you start to hear a certain song that reminds you of your dad. It might be that you get a dream that your dad appears in. But that's a really good sign because that's the first, I call this the first attempt at communication. It's your dad's way of showing you, I made it to the other side. I'm okay. I'm with you and I'm watching over you. And then once you get that first sign, the fact that you already recognize it, which I'm so excited about, that makes me so excited because most people don't recognize it in the very beginning. That means that other signs are coming in. All those numbers that you're getting, the threes, the fours, and the twos, the threes, and the fours, those are redirectional signs. So 3 is a big sign of redirection. If there's major changes that are taking place in your life right now that you feel as though that it's not just over your dad's passing, this has to do with life changes. Like you're at a point right now where you're looking at either your age, where you're living, you're like, I have to make a change. I have to change things up. I'm ready. And you're looking for guidance from the other side. And that those 3 and those 2 combinations is your angel's way of saying, we hear you, we're here and with you as well, and we're ready to make those changes with you. So usually those numbers come up when you're in the change of like moving, when you're in the change of switching jobs, when you're like doing all of these things and you're ready to like redo your whole life and you kind of are wondering like, when's the time? How do I get started? That's their way. Those number combinations are their way of showing you that they're there and now is the time. They're there and with you. Does that make sense?
So crazy. Yes.
How
Yes.
does that
Because
connect with
looking
you?
to buy, I want to buy a house like so bad. I'm like, it's time. It's time. It's time to buy.
So I got to tell
And
you,
I just haven't done it yet. I'm scared to take the leap.
well, those 2 numbers are very strong. 2 and 3, right? 3 is a sign of redirection, like you're being redirected, you're going towards this, and 2 is a sign that your angels are giving you confidence. So 2 is when you get those repeating numbers of 2 is you being unsure, you being nervous, you being scared, and 3 is like the redirection that's going to happen, and your angels are pushing you towards it. So that is absolutely a message from your angels. It's absolutely what you're going through right now. Mixed with your dad also there, right? It's like your angels like telling you like, this is the way, go ahead. Don't be afraid how it's going to work out. Just like now's the time to do it. And you're feeling it and you're feeling that push. And your dad is also there letting you know that he's watching over that decision and he's a part of it from heaven. Don't let his death stop you
That's
from
what he
taking
would
this
have
next.
wanted more than anything for me and my boys. He would have pushed for it himself.
So why aren't you doing it?
I don't know because I'm holding back.
So you got to do it. Here's the
Yeah.
thing, right? Is that this is what's so amazing with the signs is that you have all these signs that telling you this is the right way to go, right? Even you being here right now, me telling you this and telling you what the meaning of these signs are is a sign to you. Don't think this is not a sign. So you have everything that you need to pull the trigger and go. And yeah, it's nerve wracking. Yeah, it's like, oh my God, is it all going to work out? But your angels and your dad is telling you that it is. So you got to do it. And what's beautiful is that if you're still nervous and you're still upset and you're still like, but I really just, I don't know. Your anxiety is holding you back. Ask your dad for more clarity. You can ask for more signs. You can ask him for more clarity and be like, Dad, best way to do it. Say, Dad, I've seen the numbers that you sent. I know that you're okay. I just need one major sign, one more sign to know that now is the time. And then just wait, put it up in the air and wait to see what happens. Spirit loves to be creative and they love when you give them that verbal yes to send you that additional sign. So I would do it. I would tell your dad because then next thing you know, he's going to find his way, whether it be through you getting a real estate message, whether it is that something's going to happen that your dad's going to orchestrate on the other side. And you're going to be like, oh my God, this is it.
This is it. Yeah.
Oh, I'm happy that you're here. And listen, I'm so happy that I get to answer that sign for you.
Yes, thank you.
And keep me updated right on my Facebook page. I want to know. I already know that you're going to move into the house. So it's like I already see it happening. It's just like when you.
I live in Rhode Island too.
Oh, you do? What part of Rhode Island?
Yeah, Lincoln.
What part of? Oh, Lincoln, Rhode Island.
Lincoln, Rhode Island. Yeah.
I love that. All right, keep me updated on Facebook. I want to know the minute that happens. I'm so excited. See, as a medium, I gotta tell you, even though that you're like dragging your feet, like I don't know. I can see things before they happen. Like I already see you being in the house. I already see that you're gonna move into your house. I already see this is gonna happen and be great for you. And so does your dad in spirit, and that's the fun part.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you.
Michael, I know you've been waiting for a minute. Let me come over to you as well.
Yes, you answered a question earlier about my mom. Is she at peace?
Oh, absolutely. 100%. Listen, when your loved ones get to the other side, even if they pass in tragedy, just like when I was connecting with that young mom who had passed, so who lost her son who had passed tragically, souls are absolutely at peace when they get to the other side. Couple things happen. When your loved ones pass, the illness leaves, right? The addiction leaves, whatever it is that they dealt with here in this world leaves behind. Their physical body stays here, but their soul transitions on. And then your loved ones try to reach you. Have you gotten any signs from your mom? Have you gotten any dreams? Have you gotten any feelings? Have you gotten any sensations?
Yeah, I see blue jays. They were my mother's favorite birds.
Blue Jays. Has that happened recently? Have you, and has it happened more than once? Has it happened like when you're in the house,
Yeah,
but then
it
you see
happened
it
more
like,
than one.
that's how you know it's really her. You know a sign is real, Michael, when those signs have
What?
happened again and again and again. So it's not just seeing the blue jay that one time. It's seeing the blue jay, land on your car, seeing the blue jay when you're out at a store, right? And then it might be that all of a sudden, you get a birthday gift and somebody goes and gets you a card and it's got a blue jay on it. And you know that your mom at that moment. So it sounds like your mom's already got that symbol. Souls will pick a specific symbol when they get to the side to reach you, whether it be a cardinal, a dragonfly,
Mhm.
a blue jay, a penny, something like that. Once you get those signs all figured out, once you get that one sign, more will come. And that's your mom showing you that she's at peace. So one of the things that you can also do now that you've got that one sign figured out is you can also I like to play little games with spirit. They really love to show you that they're involved in your life and that they're with you. So one of the things that you can do is you can say like, okay, mom, like I'm missing you this week. Send me a blue jay, at this certain place so that I know that you're there. Or come to me in this way. Show me two blue jays this week. And your mom will respond. And once you start to see that, that's going to be a really good indicator. It's going to teach you the ways that she's using to reach you within life, not just you going in and randomly seeing them, but you're going to start to see how those signs appear. And it's almost like once you get that figured out, you'll start to receive other ways that your mom will come through, right? What you're doing is you're strengthening the connection. That blue jay is like a gateway. The moment that you start seeing that sign and connecting with that sign, you start strengthening the connection between you and your mom. And then all of a sudden you'll start to feel her in other ways.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
At night, I see a lot of orbs.
Or you see orbs. How do they come
Yeah,
to you? Do you see them above your bed? Do you see them? Are they white? Are they light? Are they transparent?
they're transparent.
Have you been able to take any pictures of them?
No.
I want you to do this. The next time you see the orbs, I want you to take out your phone and take a picture, because not only can you see orbs, but our phone, our lenses can also see orbs on camera. Now, I want you to know this.
Hmm.
If you're seeing orbs, that means that one of the ways that you connect with the other side is through clairvoyance. When you're clairvoyant, it means that you can see energy. So that might be that you're around somebody, right? And you can see an aura. It might be that you see an orb, right? That's your main channel. And that's the reason why your mom's coming to you in those visual images. I want you to know this as well. Orbs are your loved one's energy. So when you see orbs, your mom doesn't look like that orb. Okay. In heaven, she looks like me and you. But because
Uh-huh.
we're human, because we're physical and we're here on earth, we can't see our loved ones in spirit. Like even when I do readings and I'm in an audience, I don't see your mom like I see you. I see shadows, I see silhouettes. Sometimes I see orbs, right? And I'll know, okay, that's the energy around this person, right? That's his mom or that's his dad. But it's only because we're human. If in heaven, your mom looks like she did here on earth before she was sick. But to us as humans, because we can't see spirit, because spirit is invisible, a lot of times what will happen is that we'll see them as orbs. Sometimes those orbs will appear in photos. If you see a distortion on a photo, if you see an orb appear on a photo, that's actually the lens of the photo picking up on your mom's energy, seeing that soul appear just for a second and then disappearing. It happens a lot of times during celebrations, birthdays, things like that.
Yep.
So try that, because you might be able to also capture her on camera as well. I'm going to leave you
Yeah,
with that.
for years I had guilt about taking my mom off life support. I felt like I was killing her in some ways.
I'm going to tell you, that's the hardest thing that you have to go through, right? Is that
Yep.
even for me as a medium, I'm going to tell you that there are mediums that come to me all the time. They know what the right decisions were here in life. But then after they're passing, they question, was it the right choice to put my mom on hospice? Was it the right choice to not send my dad in for the operation? Was it the right choice to not take my brother off of life support? What I want you to know is that the truth is in the signs. When you get that sign that your mom is sending you the blue jay and you're seeing the orbs and you're seeing those different ways, it's her ways of showing you that her soul is at peace. She is trying to communicate with you, and it's really her way of just showing you she's there and with you. So don't hold on to that stress. Don't hold on to that pain. The hardest thing is that grief does this. Grief comes in and it can make us question everything. Is that sign real? Is my loved one at peace? It's the hardest thing because grief makes our mind play tricks on itself. But the fact that you've been getting those signs, those are real. And that's her way of showing you that she is there and she's with you. Don't discount what you're seeing.
Okay.
All right, I'll leave you with that. I also want to come to Kayla as well. I see. I'm sorry, not Kayla. What's this? Is it Kayla? Kyra? I can't see. Wait a minute. Hold on. The number's too small. Katie. I'm sorry, Katie. Katie Murphy. Sorry, the letters are so small on the Zoom. I feel like my mother. My mother's always like, I can't read the screen. I can't read the screen.
Hi, Matt. How are you?
Good. How are you? Where are you right now?
I'm in Taunton, Massachusetts.
Oh, you're in Massachusetts. Oh, I should have known with the accent. So first of all, have you been getting any signs? What has rung to you? What has stood out to you? Or have you been sensing
honestly,
something with your psychic ability?
I have feelings, like gut-wrenching, heartwarming feelings.
Now, in what way? Like, what was an experience?
So back in 2018, I had got a phone call. I had to leave my house. My kids wanted to go with me. And I take my kids everywhere. But this particular night, it was just this feeling like, no, leave these kids home. I almost died in a car accident.
Now, let me tell you something. That was immediately your angel helping you. And it's funny because as I'm talking to you, they're also like telling me that you sense energy with people. Like that's what you do. Like you're a very good people reader where you can tell like if someone's a good person, if they're a bad person, if they're telling the truth, if they're lying, like comes naturally to you. And a lot of times it's going to be hard because this is one of the hardest gifts I think that we have because a lot of times, Katie, it's going to come to you as being empathic. Do you get empathic feelings where like you pick up on people's energy, like you feel overwhelmed by people's energy?
Yes.
Okay, that's the gift of being clairsentience. And I think that's the hardest thing because people who are empathic, who have clairsentience and they get those feelings, a lot of times they can't tell, and let me know if this is you, they can't tell if those feelings are feelings of anxiety and fear, or if it's anxiety and fear, or if it's actually the psychic ability talking. Does that make sense?
Yes, because my husband will look at me like, what's wrong? I'm like, I have really bad anxiety. And he'll like, you're just crazy. I'm like, no, I don't want to be here. Like, we got to go. And
That's
usually
that is how most mediums will figure out that they're a medium. The number one medium that actually had the same thing was Teresa Caputo. Teresa Caputo spent years, literally years, fighting off anxiety, thinking that it was anxiety, stressing, being nervous. And then it wasn't until she was 50 years old, she went to doctors on medication, didn't know what the hell was wrong with her. Wasn't until she went to a spiritual coach or spiritual teacher and then was like, oh my God, I'm actually feeling people's energy. And it wasn't just people, it was souls that have crossed over. It was souls that were on the other side. And then it wasn't until she learned how to control it, right, that she was able to go and figure out this energy isn't coming from me. So the cool part about that is that right now you're just picking up energy from anywhere, right? You walk into a crowded place, you're feeling everyone's energy, it's causing you anxiety, right? You're having a good day, you're next to somebody who all of a sudden is pissed off or fighting with their husband, you're picking up on their energy, you start to feel drained, you start to feel depressed, right? You're with somebody else that's like really, that really is just like a spitfire and high energy, and then next thing you know, their energy makes you go from 0 to 100. What I want you to know is that the first thing that I want to teach you is that psychic protection. You got to do this, Katie. It's going to help you. It's something that every medium does and a lot of people don't talk about. So when you start to figure out what's your energy and what's other people's energy, it's almost like putting on sunblock. The same way that you can put sunblock on before you go outside. And the sun will still get to you, right? You'll still get warm. You'll still have the rays of sun that hit you. You still get vitamin D, but it blocks out the bad rays, the ultraviolet rays. That's the same thing that you want to do with this type of ability, is that before, and like I said, mediums do this with every reading that they do, is that if you just wake up in the morning, when you're taking your shower, when you're getting dressed, when you're driving in the car, whenever it is, before you're around people or around other people's energy, if you just focus on outward facing mirrors around you, anyone can do this. Just take a moment and focus on outward facing mirrors around you, right? And your energy being here and other people's energy being there, it's going to help to keep you protected. It's going to keep you safe. It's going to help you so that you feel the good energy, but you're not absorbing the bad energy, because you feel like sometimes like you might get insomnia or you can't sleep, or that like energy follows you. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's being clear.
It absolutely does.
Did you do the psychic quiz?
I did.
And what did it come out to as your first channel?
Hold on.
What happened? You didn't look at your results?
I didn't, because I was paying attention to you, Matt.
All right, let's see. I want to hear the result. What the result came up as?
The intuitive.
The intuitive. Does it say clairsentient as your number one?
Where do I see that at?
It should be in your email. There's a longer version in your email. So
your second channel, your lead channel failing.
there you go.
Yep.
There you go. That's your lead channel, right? So the thing is that now that you know what your gift is, you just have to learn to control it. That's the hardest thing that every psychic medium has, is when they have this gift. When they have your gift, it's understanding, what's my psychic thought? What's my anxiety? What's my psychic thought? What's my fear? Was this fear, or was this just psychic ability? Was it wishful thinking, or was it psychic ability? And once you have to learn to control the signals, right? First thing you got to learn is to protect your energy. So start right away with the outward facing mirrors. It's going to help you. When you feel as though that you're in a place, maybe with your husband, you're at a restaurant, you're getting anxiety, go into the bathroom just by yourself, close the door, take a deep breath, and say, angels, help me. Keep my energy within me, push everyone else's energy out, and focus on this outward facing mirror around you. Focus on this white light around you, and it's going to help to keep you protected and safe. And then you're going to learn how to figure out what those channels are, right? How to figure out what is your psychic ability talking and what is your anxiety talking. So you know the difference. You know what one is speaking to you. And it's all done through exercise, right? It's a muscle. So right now you're in a kind of like flight or fight, where you've been kind of pushing it away because you're nervous, right? And you kind of shut it down, where you just gotta figure out what signal belongs to what place. Does that make sense?
It does.
Start working on that. It's going to help you. And I love
I'm gonna
this.
try.
I'm going to tell you it's going to help you. And I love that. I love that you brought this up, because most people have this. I'm going to leave you with that. And I want to talk to you guys that are here, because I see Rosemary said, I feel anxiety and OCD really bad, right? And I also see that she's having the same thing. What I want you guys to know is that most psychics start out, I want to say, 90% of psychics start out in this way. They're having anxiety, fear, they don't know what it is, and they don't know how to channel it. That's why most psychics will shut it down, because they're feeling something, they're hearing something. It might have been a warning, it might have been a premonition. They're like, this is too much, I got to shut it down, I can't function. Or they just think it's anxiety, or they think that it's something else. What I want you to know is I was that same person, right? I had to learn what these signals were. I had to learn what these signals meant. I had to learn how to tune in, how to tap in, what they meant, and so much more. Now, I want to share with you before we get any further, about what your psychic ability actually is. Because the reason why I called you here, the reason why I wanted you to come on and to talk to me was because I've had so many people that I've met, famous people, celebrities, the greatest of the great people, have had psychic ability and they didn't know it. You can do this. You have this within you. I've seen, for example, Oprah Winfrey, right? She's one who is so freaking intuitive. She is clairsentient. I've never seen, she's so clairsentient. When she's around somebody, she can tell. She can tell what questions to ask, the pain to pull out of people. That's why she was such a great interviewer. She just didn't call it psychic ability. Well, you have this, but you probably haven't had a name, just like Katie didn't have a name. Katie didn't know what to call it. She thought it was anxiety. It's been spirit speaking to her. Take a look at this. Let me know if this runs true to you. Let me know what one you feel. Have you ever had a moment where you just knew something? A gut feeling that stopped you cold. A sense that someone was thinking about you seconds before they called. Or a feeling when you walked into a room. A feeling that something was off, even though no one said a word. Have you ever felt the presence of a loved one that had passed away? I need to tell you something important. You're not imagining it. That's your invisible gift. Hi, I'm Matt Frazier, America's top psychic medium, and I've spent my life connecting people with their loved ones on the other side. Every single human being on this planet is born with an ability that most of us never recognize, never name, and never develop. You can't see it, you can't touch it, but you feel it every single day. You just know that it's there. Everyone has it, not just psychics, not just mediums, everyone. Steve Jobs calls it trusting his gut. He made billion-dollar decisions based on what he felt, not what the data told him. Albert Einstein said his greatest ideas came to him as sudden downloads, complete and fully formed from somewhere beyond his conscious mind. Pure knowing without needing to work through the logic. Michael Jordan talked about how he could see the game differently, sensing plays before they happened, knowing when to take the shot before the opportunity even appeared. They weren't calling it psychic ability. They were calling it instinct, intuition, that gut feeling. But it's the same gift that you have. The only difference between them and someone who thinks that they don't have it is that they haven't learned to recognize it, trust it, and use it. And here's how it works. Your invisible gift has 3 layers. Intuition, which is your gut feeling that guides your directions. Psychic ability, which is reading energy beyond yourself and sensing what others feel and knowing things before they happen. And lastly, mediumship, connecting with loved ones who have already crossed over. Now here's what's important. You have all 3, but your gift is like your fingerprint. Completely different, completely yours. You might be stronger in intuition with flashes of psychic knowing, or naturally psychic with moments of mediumship, or a blend that's completely different from anyone else. There is no hierarchy. No one is better. Your gift is whatever feels like home to you. And you've been using it your whole entire life without even realizing it. In my course, The Invisible Gift, I'm going to teach you how you can recognize your gut feelings and trust them, read energy and sense what's really happening, and also connect with your loved ones on the other side. How to discover your unique blend, and how to integrate all of these into your daily life safely and naturally. You're not crazy. You're not imagining it. You have this gift, and I'm going to help you to recognize it. If this feels right for you, I hope that you'll join me on this incredible journey. Your invisible gift has been waiting for you. You guys, I am so excited about this. You have no idea. So here's the thing that I want you to know, all right, is that if you want to come and join me, on this invisible gift journey, I want you to know, and by the way, I just saw that, my phone was just going off. I was getting so excited. I saw that Suzanne Allen just became a student of mine. Christine became a student of mine. Helen Pierkin just became a student. Oh my God, Cindy Cummings, you just became a student as well, who's taking the course. What I want you to know is Monday, a week from today, we're doing student orientation, where I'm going to be able to meet you guys. You guys are going to meet me. And then we're going to do medium coffee hour with me and my mom. We're going to be able to ask us any question that you want. And then we're going to do the live coaching call. So if you sign up today, you're going to get the workbooks, the guided meditations, the affirmations. You're going to get lessons 1 through 5. I believe we're on the student portal right now. Lessons 1 through 5, and also the 6 lessons with me and my mom right now. You can get started right away. All right. The moment that you sign up, I'm going to send you a link to log into the website, your workbooks, and everything's there. You get access for life. And you'll also have the live call schedule. A lot of people have been asking, well, Matt, what if I miss a live call? You will get the recording and you're going to have it for life. And like I said, if you start tonight, for those of you who start tonight, and this is really, really good. This is a really good question. We can bring up King. Actually, I can read it from here. Kim says, Matt, will this course help me learn to communicate with my loved one? I don't feel confident. Nobody feels confident in the beginning, right? Listen to all the people that I just talked to that were feeling something or not feeling anything and questioning, is it real? Is it really my loved one? Are they there? Right? I got to tell you that every psychic and medium that comes to me doesn't feel confident in the beginning. They don't know if it's anxiety or if it's spirit communication. They don't know if it's their fear speaking, or if it's their actual psychic gift. That's why I want to lead you on this journey. The first lesson is really about figuring out how you've been psychic all along. It's about looking back on certain situations, certain channels, because it's about finding your own psychic blueprint. Your gift is gonna look different than mine. My grandmother was a medium. My mom is a medium. I'm a medium. But all three of us have completely different gifts. My grandmother used to get worldly predictions. She was a feeler. She would feel things before they happen. My mom is clairvoyant. My mom can see things. They come to her in visions. My mom can describe what your soulmate's gonna look like, what their face is gonna look like. They're here, what kind of clothes they wore. She sees it. I've always been clairaudient where I hear the messages, right? I hear names and dates and places. But your ability is a unique blend of yourself. It's in your fingertip, just like your DNA, right? Just like your fingerprint. No one has the same. It's the same with your psychic ability. So lesson 1 is all about diving back, discovering what it is. Oh my God, I love these little text messages I get because it's just what I get on my side of the screen is so-and-so just became a student. So I just said, who's this? Oh, Vereen Vincent in California just became a student. Why do we have so many California people? But you're here. Oh my God, and Shelly over in New Zealand just became a student. That's pretty cool. I can't believe you're up right now, Shelly. And also Suzanne Allen, you guys, registration closes in just a few days. And once we are going to be sold out of this course. So that being said, once we're sold out, that's it. We're sold out. And I really want to lead you on this journey. I want you to discover your invisible gifts. I want you to learn how to communicate with the other side, because I know you can use this. You can use this to connect with loved ones. You can use this in your life. You can use this in business. You can use it in whatever area of your life. You just have to learn how to hear the messages. They've already been there. Remember, it's not just your loved ones. It's your angels. It's your spirit guides. It's your loved ones. You can go to your angels when you're in a place of feeling depressed, anxious, sad, and you can look to your angels for advice. You can look to your spirit guide when you're pushing towards something. For example, when we're talking to Caitlin, who wasn't sure if she was going to buy the house or not, right? She's been feeling all of these signs, and she's like, is it the time? I don't know. I'm nervous, right? But all the signs were leading her, go for it, do it. Or you might be getting signs from your loved ones in spirit that they're ready to help you, or they want to help you on a certain journey. Just like, for example, when I was connecting with Michael, he started to get the blue jay from his mom. This is the starting point. Your psychic ability is a way for you to connect, and it just goes from that one point of that first initial point of contact to learning how the other side can reach you. So I also see, oh my God, this is so cool. I also see that Jenny just became a student as well. I love that. If you want to join me, I see that some of you are asking for the link. So this is a good question. Malia says, why would my abilities only start when I got pregnant? Could be that your child has psychic ability. That's what happened with Alexa. That's pretty cool. Or maybe your husband has psychic ability, or someone in his family. Now you're carrying the child and you feel psychic. I know that's what happened with my wife. Anyway, the link is up on your screen right now. Do you see it? It's under resources. If you click the link in resources, that's going to bring you right to my website where you can find how to become a student. And tonight, if you sign up tonight, you're going to get the workbooks. You're going to get access to the private Facebook group with the other students that you're going to get to meet. You're also going to get the meditations, the activations, the cards, and all 5 lessons. So we haven't released lesson number 6 yet. So I have 5 lessons on there, self-guided, plus 5 lessons with me and my mom. And then we're going to go, starting in just about a week from now, we're going to start the live coaching calls. So I don't want you to miss this. You have plenty of time to get started. And next Monday, is student orientation. So if you want to join me, start tonight. I'll send you the link to get in. You can start watching the videos tonight, start the meditations tonight, and I'm really excited. I'm really excited for you to be on this journey. I'm really excited for you to connect with the other side, and I'm really excited for you to start to see the signs. Now, if you are just in the process where like, I just don't want to do this right now. Maybe you keep talking yourself out of it. If there's one thing that I want you to do, there's one thing I want you to do tonight, just take the quiz. If you don't want to do the course, take the quiz. I put together a free quiz. It's up on my website too. If you go to meetmattfrazier.com, right, and you go to the homepage, you're going to see right underneath on the homepage, right down under this, you're going to see it says, "What's your invisible gift?" You just go right there and take the quiz. Because I want you to have confidence. I want to say 80% of the people who took the quiz were like, I know I'm not crazy now. It's always been within me. And did you notice how when I was even talking, just for the people I was talking to, before I asked them, did they take the quiz? Yes. What did your quiz say? Before they even told me the results, I knew what they were. Because being a psychic, I can sense the gift within people. And I'm not supposed to tell you this, but I'm also going to do something really fun. Later on, after everyone gets signed up for the course, I'm going to do a special psychic reading event just for the students. Just for students, there's going to be a special psychic reading event where I'm going to pull people up and I'm going to tell you what your gift is. I'm going to tell you how your angel's been speaking to you, your loved ones have been speaking to you, and your spirit guides have been speaking to you. I'm going to tell you how you connect. Are you an animal communicator? Are you a clairvoyant? Are you clairsentient? Do they come to you in your dreams? Do you predict things? That's going to be something I'm going to do just for students. I haven't announced it yet. I've been keeping it a secret. But that's gonna be announced later on as well. It's gonna be one of the bonuses. There's also gonna be some bonuses I'm gonna throw in. So if you want to join me, you're gonna sign up tonight. Literally, my phone keeps going off because there's people who just keep joining. I hope there's a spot for you. Oh my god, I just see that there might not be. Michelle Temo just joined. It actually came up and said that there's only a few. Yeah, the spots are going quick. All right, I hope that you get a spot reserved. If it's meant for you, you'll be able to get in. And in the meantime, I want you to take the quiz. If you feel like now's not the time, you're not ready yet, maybe you just started going down the rabbit hole, you just started to develop your psychic ability, or maybe you're just the very beginning of this, do the quiz, figure out what your lead channel is, what your second channel is, and then if it feels right, come and join. Like I said, the registration is up. Spirit orientation starts Monday. I got to go through this and read through who the new students are because I'm really excited to meet you guys. Inez Steer just signed up and Misty just signed up. I can't wait to see you there. The link is up on your screen. And I will see you Monday at student orientation. And I'm really excited to see how many of you are interested in developing your psychic gift. I want to thank you for being here tonight, and I hope to see you.